Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Canada for the last round of the MRC. Unfortunately, we had a major lobby glitch, which actually sort of rectified itself as we went off air. So we've had a rebuild of the grid. We won't see qualifying again. We're going to go straight into the race. We did see a few penalties in the qualifying session, but as it was a lobby glitch, big glitch, we have decided only fair to remove those penalties. So everybody is as the qualified, and as we open, we will go through that very soon for you for the full grid for the last race. We hope for the last time this season for the MRC. Tier 3. So we're ready now, just waiting on one or two more players and their internet connections to load up.
It's going to be a good race. Obviously, the championships on both constructors and drivers are there, and good points differences. So we'll obviously be keeping a close eye on that as we go through.
Yeah, definitely. So we've still got a few drivers sorting their setups, getting their strategies ready.
It's going to be interesting for those strategies, as we were saying earlier. 2 stops seems to be the kind of preferred route. Yeah, possible to do a 1 stop, but just worried that you end up getting a bit slow.
It is, yeah. They'll be using the harder compound tyres. So here we are. Let's run you back through and remind you for the full order of the grid. Guy took pole position on the medium tyres with a fantastic lap from him. Dumas Hornet, second in the Constructors' Championship so far, is second. Evil Homer in third. Brogan with a fantastic qualifying in fourth. Jacob Jones, Championship leader, in fifth. Alex Edrick in sixth. Solo Paluzzi, Nico Lack is in seventh. BGR in eighth. Tomo 222 in ninth. Simba rounds out the top 10. So we've got a few drivers, I think, have selected the wrong tyres. We had Alex and Nico on the hard tyres. That will incur a grid penalty. They qualified in the top 10, and they should have been on the mediums. They may come into the pits after lap 1 and change for the mediums. We will see how that plays out. But from DAC Convertible in 11th, unfortunately, we have lost a driver through to network connection issues. Yeah, we've already seen, I think there is a glitch again that Alex put mediums on and it's come with hards. So he will probably go and pit, unfortunately, to sort that out. Fanning in 12th on the soft, single track, and man, they are on the medium tyres. Gibb is on the softs. Joyful Hell is 16th. Urban Goose in 17th. Red Car Rambo had the qualifying ban, didn't set a lap time. He is in 18th on the medium tyres, and Lollipop unfortunately had that collision. He is in 19th and currently last on the grid. So this is about the point where the computer takes over to the run to the grid. Urban Goose has had a little bit of a collision with Lollipop. They're disqualified from the formation lap, but they will be. They'll be there so just on the grid.
Tomorrow, just as a reminder before we go on for championship standings, Dumas Hornet in the Alfa Romeo currently starting second. He needs to outscore Jacob Jones by 20. Well, essentially, he needs to outscore him by 20 points to take the championship, with Jacob not scoring. But even if Dumas Hornet won and took the fastest lap point, Jacob would only need to finish 6th.
So there we are, as we're lining up on the grid, waiting for the lights to go out. We can see him in the top left. We're going to have the glitch that we generally have, unfortunately, in Tier 3. But then the cars are away for the final time this season. Dumas Hornet gets an absolute flyer off the line. Those soft tyres got the extra grip, but Gaga defends into turn 1. That means Dumas Hornet's going to have the inside line into turn 2. Superior traction, Gaga gives him room, so Dumas Hornet takes the lead, with Evil Homer, Brogan, Jacob Jones all getting away cleanly. Nico Lack got away on the hard tyres. And that Convertible battling with BGR there over 9th and 10th. But Dumas Hornet on the soft tyres got the better getaway. You could see the extra traction that he got through off the start line and out of turn 2. Really helped him pull away there from Gagai and take the lead, which is the least that he needs. Jacob Jones is now battling on the back of Evil Homer. Brogan got ahead, so Evil Homer must have had a little bit of a moment that we didn't see. And now Evil Homer's all over the back of Brogan, going into the hairpin, nearly there from Jacob going at the back. He can't afford to get any kind of contact. Just needs to bring the car home in a solid point scoring position. But we have got this race. We've got a little one up front, but Evil Homer right on the back just to have a quick look. But Brogan's got very good straight line speed. Doesn't want to risk it this early. It's a long race, but he goes deep, and this is giving Jacob Jones the opportunity as the run out of the last corner. We're riding on board with him. He's going to have the inside line and gets that move done. Takes himself up to 4th place. Evil Homer just got himself a little bit keen, now braked himself a little bit out of shape into the last chicane. May have kissed the wall of champions, but didn't seem to be any damage, but that allowed Jacob Jones to get the run over the start-finish line, and he is going to be chasing down Brogan now for the podium spots, as that convertible has had a poor opening lap from his standards already with a 3-second penalty. And I'm going to have a try and catch a break. Red Car Rambo Lollipop battling there in 16th, 17th. Red Car's feeling confident going into this race. See what he can do. Alex as well. He's on the hard tyres, might be finding them difficult to bring up to temperature.
Yeah, time penalties already starting to come into play as well.
The racist Jacob goes very deep in the hairpin. That's allowed Evil Homer to be right under his rear wing. No DRS yet. That starts next lap, but Jacob's gone defensive, parked it in the middle of the track. Evil Homer's pulled out. This is a drag towards the chicane, and Jacob kind of lets him go. He did defend, but not overly. Again, as we mentioned, doesn't want to get into too much of a scrap. With Tomo 222 behind, just keeping tabs on these guys at the moment, while Dumas has pulled out a 1.2 second advantage over Gagai with another fastest lap of the race so far. That was an interesting first 2 laps going. I think this is setting a theme here, setting a precedent.
Yep, no, exactly. And the way it stands at the moment in the constructors, though, the 2 Alfa Romeo boys, 1st and 3rd, which will give them 41 points because Dumas got the fastest lap. That will give them the title. But as it stands just now, Williams would pit Mercedes by 2 points.
Wow, so like I say, all to play for. Jacob has dropped back a little bit from Evil Homer. Evil Homer's going for a move on the inside of the hairpin. Brogan sees him coming, gives him room. Both drivers giving each other nice room there. We have seen people get squeezed at the wall, but not this time round. Who's going to get the DRS? It's Evil Homer gets it. He was just a nose behind, so he gets the DRS. It makes that pass so much easier. That's going to be heartening for Brogan. He had got a great start, but now back to where he started in 3rd. He is going to keep tabs with Evil Homer. There's obviously double DRS here. And now with that DRS, Evil Homer gets the fastest lap of the race. Good start from single track up in 9th. He's battling now with that convertible, as Nico Lax pitted after 2 laps.
He's gone into mediums as well, so... convertible there, and we were saying earlier about penalties. They almost just need to keep an eye and make sure, because the track limits in Canada are so tight, so all the guys will need to just be aware of that, especially when fighting. I think Tomo 222's just went round in turn 8 and 9, but he spun it back round again. BGR just overtook him now.
Yeah, he has dropped back. Tomo's had a little bit of poor luck this season so far, but he's going to be looking to get back on track with a solid finish. And that convertible Fanning having a bit of a tussle as well. I think that convertible may have gone round losing places there, gone while we're sticking on board with this battle for 3rd place. Jacob Jones has dropped back at the moment, 2.4 further back from these guys as it stands. We've got Evil Homer is actually catching Gagai, but obviously, of course, Gagai on the medium tyres. As there's collision with Brogan and Evil Homer. Doesn't look like there's damage on Brogan's front wing, but he just went a little bit too deep in turn 1. Couldn't get it stopped in time for turn 2. So a little bit of a collision there. Luckily, no damage for the drivers. Nobody was spun round as well, so at least they can continue on the way. That's going to open Brogan's eyes and will be aware and wary of that next time round while following Evil Homer.
Yeah, as you were saying, doesn't look like any damage to the front wing. Let's hope there's no damage, just even slight superficial, but he's right on the back of Evil Homer again.
He is. Seems to have a good setup that is able to follow closely through the middle sector. I have a yellow flag in sector 1. That quickly went. Maybe somebody went a little bit wide.
Yeah, Alex has just went round on the outs, turn of turn 9, which is the yellow flag in sector 2.
Yeah, so we're going to look at the position change. Brogan not close to this time round. Top 5 more or less as you are, with Thomas Horton and Guy being the only ones that swap. Fanning had a great start in the Ferrari. He's up to 8th. Redcar Rambo starting from 18th on the grid. He's up to 10th already. With single track as well. He's up 2. Man up 2 as well. And Lollipop up 5 places. So there's movement around the grid at the moment, around the field. As we've got Alex is in the pits. Now he was unfortunately a bit of a glitch. He had to start on the hard tyres. He didn't actually select them. He did select the mediums. Same with Nico.
Yeah, so at the moment, as position stands, Mark, Thomas Hornet collecting 25 points at the moment. Let's not hope his commentator's curse, and Jacob collecting 10 points, so that would, as it stands, if the race was to finish now, give him the title by 4 points.
Right,
still
useful to keep it. It is. Broken goes very, very wide into the hairpin, really outbreaks himself. Just managed to get through it. He's lost a lot of time. He was well within the DRS, and now he's just over a second back. Hearing another glitch in this lobby at the moment that single track, unfortunately, has seen everybody as ghosted cars. Well, we're not seeing it on the stream, so fingers crossed that's not going to alter single track's race too much. Hopefully, because we have had this before. Actually, I've experienced it as well, where you think a car's ghosted, you kind of make a move, they kind of have contact with you, they're ghosted to you, they spin because you are not there ghosted to them.
Exactly.
So it's really messes it up quite a lot there. But we're sticking on boards. This obviously Brogan going back. Jacob is now just about at the 1 second window. See if he gets DRS just outside of that detection point. But he's starting to pull it back now. He's got a good gap to BGR over 3 seconds. With obviously VGR has got the penalty as well. This is all Jacob needs to do, but he is a racer. He is going to be trying to bring it home, and now we've got a really nice tyre graphic that pops up powered by, I've got to do the whole, powered by AWS, the tyre performance graphic that you will see on the right hand side of your screen, where Jacob has really been looking after his tyres. Still a good bit of wear left on his tyres, as Brogan is looking to defend early. His light is flashing. He's really been using that to try to keep ahead of Jacob. Gets a good exit as well at the last corner. DRS will be open. See if he's going to make a move into turn 1. Brogan's light flashing. Is he going to go? He's not. He's going to take it nice. Instead he goes a little bit deep to turn 1. Is going to compromise his turn 2. But he does seem to have the pace. Brogan with a big slide there. As we've just seen, Urban Goose has had a collision with Redcar Rambo somewhere. As there's that convertible. It's full safety car on lap 8. This could play into the hands of those who are on the soft tyres. Their tyres will be now getting a bit old.
The Dumbest Hornets dropped down to second as well.
Yeah, you're right, we've missed that. But the soft tyres, this is where they start to feel old. This is where they'll start to lose grip. They'll start to slide a bit more. So
I'm gonna, as was entertaining Martin earlier, I'll put my Rachel Riley hat back on and do my constructors' calculations at the moment. But still, Alfa Romeo would still take the constructors' championship ahead of Williams, and then Mercedes just dropping into third at the present point in time.
Could you invite single track back in as well, please?
Yes, I will do.
He's lost as we're watching a lot of the leaders now. Even Guy has pitted off the medium tyres. This is going to be interesting now. Now, obviously, he has the net lead, was in a good position on those mediums, but he's going to go on to the softs, maybe extend that middle run now. The medium should have been good for another 8 laps potentially, but, well, 5 to 6 laps, but he's decided to pit as all of the top drivers. Red Car's decided He's not going to go. He's happy with the mediums he's got. He's happy with his progress. So he'll feed back in third behind Evil Homer and Guy. Now, Dumb's Hornet dropped a place in the pits there to Evil Homer. I wonder if he had a wing change, may have had a little touch of damage, and it's automatically changed his wing. So that's going to be interesting. But we're seeing a lot of the drivers go onto those mediums. They've got rid of the softs onto the mediums. This is actually playing in quite nicely for them. They should be able to make them last.
Yeah, I've just sent Martin that invite. But yeah, so looking at some of them, so we've still got BGR on the softs. Guy moved on to the softs there, having been on the mediums. So definitely he's going to have to pit again. Definitely, I think with that early safety car, it throws things into the mix. It probably, I don't think anyone's really taken advantage to try and make it a one-stop race. I think, given the chances of safety cars, I think we had none in Tier 2 and we had 3 I think, in Tier 1.
We had a few in Tier 1. Now, maybe Red Car Rambo there in third, obviously started in 18th. He's off quite a lot. He's looking to maybe make those tyres last and to really keep them going. So we'll see what he decides to do from the safety car restart. But you'd have to say BGR needs to get the move on. He's the one on the soft tyres. He's going to have to try to get a move on through these guys because he's on the softs, as you rightly say there, Gary. He's going to have to pit again. So he needs to really take advantage of these. So let's see where we've got. Urban Goose has not got a front wing and spins somewhere on track. And then we've got Joyful Hell through the hairpin, and Gilbert is catching up. He's catching up now to the pack.
Yeah.
Alex now is on the medium tyres, so he got off those hard tyres pretty quick. So did Nico Lack. So nothing you can do when the game glitches. Yeah. We all know it happens. We all know how it works. But these guys now, they're off that. They've got into the medium tyres. They'll continue with the best strategy they possibly can. They will still need to pit again. I think everybody has to have at least one pit stop. Man and Single Track haven't pitted. And same with Red Car Rambo. Urban Goose hasn't pitted. His tyres are 8 laps old on the softs. Yeah. Was missing a front wing.
I was thinking that as well, Mark. I thought, strange one. But yeah, probably needs to come into the pits at the end of this lap, stick a set of mediums, or be brave and go for a set of hards. It's not impossible to do 25 laps on those hards.
No, we've seen a few guys try it, and now safety car in this lap. That means Guy will take the lead. Oh, sorry, we missed that. He is on the soft tyres as well, so he went to the alternate strategy for his middle stint. So now he's taking the lead. Takes all the safety car role. Now we saw in the Tier 1 race, 3 different drivers have the role of safety car and the safety car restarts, and they all went at different times. So where will Guy go? And he's going, not yet. I thought he might have gone there, just getting that last bit of heat in his tyres, trying to catch the other drivers unaware.
Yeah,
so he's going to go through the last corner, and now he's going to flop the floor down. He is gone. Jacob Jones has got a 3-second time penalty, warming his tyres, went a little bit off track, but Guy really got the jump there on Evil Homer. 1.2 over the line. Red Car Rambo went with Evil Homer, and Dumbest Hornet nearly goes in the back of Red Car. He has got fresher tyres than Red Car. His tyres 10 laps old. Not going to give him the same kind of grip as he goes straight on at turn 4. And he gives the place up. He's really losing time now. He's losing 4 places there. So going straight on. That moves Jacob Jones on the back of Dumbest Hornet. 2 championship rivals, and they're both now 3-second time penalties. So it's complete, absolute game on, status quo. Again, they still need to finish. So either of them won't be doing anything risky. They won't be trying to send one down the inside. They'll be looking to just keep the opportunities. Could even be happy with those positions, or Jacob could be. Obviously, Dumbest Hornet's most pressure is on him at the moment. Red Car now decides to pit. Potentially a couple of laps too late. Unfortunately, he's going to drop right to the back of the pack. But he'll have fresh tyres on. He's looking to keep going. And now Simba's also decided to pit. Gabe actually managed to pit as well under the safety car, so he's got some new tyres. Urban Goose is still going on the softs. Jacob Jones goes very deep there. Will that give BGR a sniff? He's going to have that run under the bridge. Not quite. Jacob's tyres back up to temperature now, so he managed to get away. And Urban Goose finally pits on those 10-lap-old soft tyres. They will have been like Bambi on ice running through there. No grip at all, as we've now got Jacob Jones got a little bit squirrely out of the hairpin. This is giving BGR the incentive. He's right under his rear wing. Gets in the slipstream. Is he going to make a move to the outside? Jacob Jones, he's gone it very late into that. Jacob Jones manages to defend well. Keep going. BGR will sit another lap, but got a little bit out of sorts coming out of the chicane. That's allowed Tomo 222 to get underneath him.
Yeah, and Guy just getting the fastest lap there, so taking that point for Williams in the Constructors' Championship. So at the moment we're still seeing, at this point, Jacob taking the title by 17 points, on 10 points at the moment, Dumason on 12 and 3rd. So as it stands, Jacob is champion. But we know there's still a long way to go.
There is, and obviously Jacob has dropped to 2.6 behind Dumas Hornet, who we're riding on board with, under a second now behind Evil Homer. So Gaga's doing what he kind of needs to do. He's 2.4 ahead of Evil Homer. That gap kind of stabilising a little bit at the moment. Of course, different strategies at play.
Yeah, and unfortunately Martin's the connectivity issues. So I've tried to get him back in a couple of times, but unfortunately he's going to be ghosting for the rest of the race.
That's a shame. He was really looking forward to taking part with the Tier 3 guys. You know, he mentioned me earlier, he was really excited, really looking forward to it. But he's commentated as well earlier this season, which was a lovely surprise to have him on. And he was, I say, really excited to race, and unfortunately it hasn't worked out this time. I'm sure he'll be back next season, looking to reserve and get some more time in. Red car on the charge back again, Joyful Hell. Now she's gone soft to soft tyres, I do believe, so she'll be losing grip in 11th place in the Red Bull on those soft tyres, but we're going to have Red Car Rambo on the back. We're going to stick with this though. Dumas Hornet is only 6/10 back. He's closed that gap to Evil Homer, who's also closed that gap to Guy. So this is actually a full-blown battle for the lead. Of course, Dumas Hornet needs that victory more than any other. I think BGR's actually got past Jacob Jones there. Maybe a little mistake from Jacob.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't catch it, but yeah, he has. And he set the fastest lap as well, so that 1 point goes to Ferrari. But I think you're right, kind of Dumas Hornet needs that victory, and you almost get to that point where you say, when do you start to just go for it and almost take some gambles and take the risk?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, there is going to be a point. Obviously, we know he only needs to finish 6th if Dumas Hornet wins, but that's not what these guys do.
Yep.
They don't settle. Jacob does seem to be playing the long game. He knows he'll be able to see where Dumas Hornet is in his track. He knows that Dumas Hornet is 3rd, battling for 2nd. Jacob in 5th is in a good spot now. He has got Tomo closing him down, but see what happens with that battle. But we're sticking with this because Evil Homer is closing on Guy. Those soft tyres now for Guy, 6 laps old, so they're not going to be feeling the freshest, whereas the mediums obviously got a lot more longevity, only halfway through their useful life. Plenty of grip left for him, as we've got Evil Homer's light flashing at the ears, really pushing that to keep ahead of Dumas Hornet, who nearly hits the back of him going through there. Very, very close. We can see BGR there in the background, but not close enough this time. He tries to go deep into turn 1. get the inside for turn 2, but can't quite get there. These guys on the same tyres.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Jacob and Tomo, and then the battle in 7th, 8th and 9th in Brogan, Alex and Nikolak as well. So good battles going down the top 10 as well, and in the two McLarens just past each other, although one of them's in the pit man.
Yeah, man taking his first pit stop. He went on, he's gone for the one stop, he's gone onto the hard compound tyres, trying to make 20 laps work of those. That'll be interesting to see his progress, see what speed he can get out of those hards.
Yeah,
we saw definitely a few drivers try them in Tier 2 and, well, worked. I do believe that the Delta wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad when you actually considered that we didn't have a safety car. I mean, I think that guy ended up 3-stopping. But yeah, a couple of people tried the hards and it worked quite well, so just keep an eye. Tomo's got the DRS down the back straight again. I think we're seeing that on the stream.
We're on board with him there, and he's got his airs lights flashing, but the overspeed with the DRS makes that move quite easy into the braking.
Yeah.
Double DRS as well at this part.
And we're obviously just about 50% of the way through the race, just about, and it seems to just...
Horner now gets a 3-second penalty, but Thomas Horner has dropped back a little bit. The gaps at the front stabilises to about a second. It's sound that when you get into the dirty air, and it does start to ruin the tyres, but we're going to keep as Jacob Jones has had an incident. He has gone round. We saw him drop further back. There's no damage to him, so he will have lost it maybe coming out of turn 2. He's overheated the tyres, you can see under braking. Really struggling with the rear, and through there he's really battling with the rear end. That's allowed Alex to get through, and Brogan as well, now dropping down to 8th. Needs to take that time to get those tyres back in.
Nikolak behind him lost his front wing, so he's going to be protected there slightly, and then it's red car Rambo. So Nikolak's doesn't look like he'll pass Jacob.
Not at the moment. If Jacob can get his tyres back in to work in order, which he should do by now, this will give him chance along the straight to cool those rear tyres. But he'll be kicking himself. However, Alex now charging through on Brogan. Brogan actually with the fresher tyres was running really well early on. But Alex in the Red Bull and the White Bull, which I think we'll call it for tonight, as his tyres are a little bit older. He went from soft to the mediums as Brogan gets a big snapper of oversteer, but gets a good drive as well, with Alex getting the same kind of sideways action.
Yeah, Nikolak, after losing his front wing, getting rid of those 13-lap mediums and putting another set of mediums on as well, so he's looking to go to the end on that set.
Yeah, it'll be a long stint on those mediums to get to the end. They'll be hurting, but low fuel, it can be done. Could be done. Track position as well. Alex has still got to make another pit stop on top of that. But now we see the gaps up front. Evil Homer within 7/10 of a second. Same with Dumas Hornet. All within each other, all within the DRS. This is all of who can make the tyres work. Who can, as Evil Homer goes bouncing over the curbs. The last chicane.
So as it stands at the moment, constructors are still going to Alfa Romeo with Williams in second, and Mercedes in third.
Right. As Evil Homer has had a moment, he has spun out of turn 2, so that's allowed Dumas Hornet to get up into second place. BGR in third as well. I'm going to need your maths on this one, pal.
Yep. So at the moment, 18 points for Dumas Hornet, 132 points. If it ended right now, he would end up. Jacob would still take the title on 137 points. So he's getting 4 points for his 8th. So at the moment, the title is still going to the man in the Mercedes. But if Dumas Hornet can get past Guy, and he's right there in the hairpin.
That makes all the difference, but Jacob has closed right back up to Brogan. Now, again, Brogan's running so well, and now Jacob Jones got another 3-second time penalty there, so we're going to look there. He has now got 6 seconds. The only person, again, with that is Tomo, and we've got Simba as well in 11th, and Man have got those penalties. We've got the field of 3, nothing yet for Singtrack of 4 years goes, so Brogan really the only man in the field who hasn't got a penalty yet. We're seeing now Gaga and BGR taking these soft tyres a lot longer than what you would expect them to take. Now, I mean, obviously they've gained another lap or two under the safety car, keeping them quite cool, but to take them this long it's actually really impressive, really nice, really good to see. It shows a good car control, good setup as well to stop the spin, the rear tyre spinning.
Definitely. And this track is very heavy on degradation for tyres, so it's good to see. I mean, you generally, and he's guy just got a penalty there, just jumped over the inside of turn 8.
Yeah, levels that out a little bit as well. So I'm going to go back to those penalties. That's 3 seconds now for Guy. But he's holding Dumas Hornet. Now, Dumas Hornet, this is going to hurt his tyres. They will come into the end of their, their range, their best lives, if you like. We always want to live our best life, but unfortunately, these tyres are coming towards the end of theirs, as we've got him under the DRS. Not close enough this time, as now Guy bails after 11 laps. He's bailed on those soft tyres. That releases Dumas Hornet. Again, we've still got another round of pit stops for Jacob and Dumas to take. So see what pace Dumas Hornet. Sorry, I've got you, but you see what pace he's got now, Dumas Hornet, in clear air, and see what he can do. We're going to see where Guy comes out in relation to some of the other guys.
Yeah, I was thinking that, so I literally just calculated. So if Jacob gets past Guy, and I think he will because he's just coming out of the pits, as it stands, we are at a tie.
He hasn't.
For the championship.
Guy's come out, sorry. But he's all over the back of Brogan now.
So as it stands, Mark, the title would swing to the man in the Alpha, Dumas Hornet, by 2 points as it stands.
Can we just have a nice easy season next year?
Preferably an automated scoring machine that doesn't rely on me doing Excel spreadsheets going, have we here, are we there?
Yeah, that would help. But this is still, to be fair, we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? We love the close racing, we love them going for it. Now Jacob's he was kind of minding his own business, he was pushing but not too much, minding his place where he's scoring enough points. Now he's got to push. He's still got, I think it was Brogan goes very deep. He did break himself into the hairpin. That's allowed Jacob Jones alongside. Now who's going to get it? Looks a little bit of a push and shove there, but Jacob gets the DRS as well. Now he's going to make that move along the straight with the overspeed.
Yeah, Guy just got past Alex, but Alex now in the pits in that Red Bull.
He has. So now Jacob up to 6 because of that pit stop. Of course, there is another one as Urban Goose has retired from the session. Dumas Hornet with another 3-second penalty. That does equal him and Jacob on that. So if Jacob's got the pace, which there is no reason to say he won't, we've shown it quite a lot this season, then it's one to see how if he can close up.
I'm just wondering, last time I checked, Dumas Hornet was about 7 seconds clear of BGR. He's now only half a second clear, and whether it was just a glitch. But
possibly, I think it's been a few seconds apart, but you're right, and now we're on board with BGR. His soft tyres are getting towards the end of their life. He's making these last really, really well. This is very impressive. 13 laps on those soft tyres gets a little bit squirrely though, out of the hairpin under full throttle acceleration. Is light flashing as well. Trying to get that top speed, trying to keep within the DRS range. He's still going to go around again, get another lap on those soft tyres. Did he start on the softs? I don't recall what he started on.
Can't remember if he did or not.
If he did start on the medium tyres, with 13 laps left to go, this is prime for either strategy to work now. As we've seen BGR getting those tyres working, we had Guy getting the tyres for 13 laps as well. So it's going to be one where you could get those softs going for a long, long time.
Yeah, definitely. They've never had a dull moment. 12 laps to go, and again, Mercedes with the current position would take second back in the constructors as well. Alpha would still take the overall title, and Jacobs still at the moment would take the title by 2 points.
Yeah, there's still one round of pit stops left. Alex is in a good place. He's already stopped Pumbly for the last time. Brogan gets a 3-second penalty. I nearly mentioned he was the only one still not to. I'm glad I didn't say anything and get the blame for that. That's unfortunate for him, but his tyre is now 14 laps old. We're going to stick on board with the top ones as Dumas Hornet goes through again, gets another lap on those tyres as BGR and Evil Homer both jumps into the pits together. Evil Homer nearly jumps in the back of him. Tomo222 has pitted as well. What's Jacob Jones going to do? He is pitting. So, championship leader is pitting now. He is getting rid of those medium tyres. Thinks now is the perfect place to do it. Let's see what he puts on. Another set of medium tyres will comfortably take him that towards the end. He can push on those quite comfortably. He's not going to hurt him too much. He will drop down to potentially behind Red Car Rambo. Still got another pit stop as well himself. But we're going to watch on this. Red Car Rambo's come out ahead.
BGR changed his front wing in the pits, which is why he's sort of dropped behind Tomo and Guy, and he put mediums on, so fairly comfortable to the end, it looks like.
Yeah, good spot on that. So we've still got 3 of the top 10 to pit. Red Car Rambo starting from 18th up into 8th currently, so it's still been a great recovery. Yes, there's another pit stop left, but great recovery from him. He should probably come out ahead of Mann as it stands, so he'll come out in 10th place, I do believe.
And our race leader in the pits, Mark.
Okay, we're going to cut on to that one, so let's see where he comes out. We'll also see if Brogan pits as well. His medium tyres are 15 laps old. We'll see if there was any damage to wings. There isn't, so he's gone on the soft tyres. He's going to be very fast towards the end. 10 laps on those. We know, as we mentioned, he can make those work. He'll have seen from Evil Homer, he'll have seen what you can, and BGR, what you can do with those tyres and make them last, and he comes out in 2nd place.
Just in front of his teammate. Good rear gunner there.
Yeah, Brogan sticking one more lap on those mediums. I think he'll maybe look to pit this lap as well. Go on the soft tyres to the end.
It's one of these things you kind of look at it and go, the soft tyres are probably the right way to go at this point, but it's a gamble because those probably last couple of laps might get a little bit squirrely.
Potentially, you're right. There's a yellow in sector 1.
Alex just went over the first chicane.
That'll be what that's for. Jacob Jones is up into 7th place. Not sure where he is in comparison to Evil Homer. He's not too far back, actually. A couple of seconds back. We've got the glitch. You can see from Jacob, he's 3.4 back. We can see him at the bottom of the screen flashing through. So there's his target. That's what he needs to be aiming for as it stands. Brogan does have that pit stop. We're hoping that glitch for the timing screen will change. And we actually get some times. Oh, there we go. It's starting at Brogan now pits from 3rd. He's had a really good race so far. But we're going to watch on board with Jacob and see if he can get that jump on Brogan and get that 6th place back. It looks like he will comfortably. Brogan still stationary in the pits on the softs though, so he is also going to be very fast. And don't forget, he's got more penalties as well, as Red Car still keeps on going on 14 lap mediums. He'll look to go at the softs at the end as well.
Yeah, so the 2 alphas going on the softs. Again, it'll be interesting to see. I think Brogan's about 7 or 8 seconds behind Jacob, as you said, with those penalties. Dumbest Hornet 7 seconds behind Guy now.
Yeah, he's really been putting the hammer down. He's really closed that gap by a couple of seconds in the last few laps as Evil Homer and BGR. I think it's maybe BGR had a moment, and is something with BGR. He's slowed right down. There could have been a legal overtaking. He's allowed Evil Homer back through. That's good sportsmanship. He didn't just wait. But that as well, slowing each of them down, has allowed Jacob to really get close, and that's going to really pick his spirits up, knowing that those guys, you can see them, he can feel the heat from the exhaust coming off the back of that Ferrari. He's going to be chasing that position, knowing Dumbest Hornet now has got that gap to 6.9, 6.7 seconds. He's on a charge. He's got the grippier tyres, so while they're fresh, he's putting the hammer down. He needs that victory at the least, and then pray and see what happens with Jacob Jones. We're going to look and see the gap is 7.6 with Brogan. That is another gap we're going to have to keep our eyes on. Again, this could play part for the championship.
Yeah, BGR ran deep into the 8-9 chicane, and that allowed, obviously he'd overtaken Evil Homer at that point, so quite rightly, as you said, good sportsmanship to give it back.
Yeah, he's right in the back now, but Jacob has dropped back yet again. Now, I don't know if he had a little moment coming out of turn 2. Got the rear spinning, and that slowed him down.
And Dumbest Hornet's got the fastest lap of the race as well, so he gets that crucial what it could be extra point. 19 points at the moment he's on, and Jacob is on 8. So the title would still swing to Jacob, but all it takes is, well, actually, even if Thomas Hornet passed Guy and got the lead, and he's pouncing at the moment, he's absolutely going for it, he would still be 1 point behind in the championship. So he does need, it's out of his control. But Jacob Jones got another 3 seconds there.
It does. That's now 9 seconds for Jacob Jones. So Brogan needs to be within 6 as it stands. And he has got that gap down. Seven at the moment, but plenty of time left to go. BGR with a 3-second penalty. He's also on 9 seconds.
Yep.
We're closing in on Evil Homer. So we're going to look away from the tyres. There's all the pit stop phases have been done now.
No. Nikolak there with another penalty. Nope, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3, just trying to see what that is.
Yeah, it's gone very quickly, so nothing to do there, as Thomas Hornet has now got that gap down to 4 seconds to Gargai. Gargai's wanting to win. I think he finished second on Monday in the Tier 2. As we've seen Thomas Hornet in the background has had a major spin out of the last corner. I do believe his front wing has gone. It hasn't, no, he's got away with it. There is damage though on his wing.
Plates.
He's got damage. That is going to really hurt that downforce, especially in this middle sector he's coming up to now. He is going to really be slow there and will lose time, hand over fist. So this, again, another bit of the title swing.
Yeah, and he's got another 3-second power, but he's got no downforce, Mark. That's the problem.
He hasn't, no. He'll be able to be okay turning, I think it might be okay turning left, but turning right, it's going to where it's really going to hurt. So this is going to slow him right down. We're going to see if Tomo can see if he pits. He may try and stick it out. We'll see what happens.
He's losing. Personally, if it was me, I think he's losing too much time. He's probably lost about a second to Tomo already. He's probably lost about 2 seconds to Guy as well. So,
we'll see what he does. We're going to follow him up the main straight, or the back straight, I should say, and see where he goes. If he's going to dive into the pits, get rid of that wing. He's not. He's going to continue on. Maybe he doesn't feel too bad. Maybe he feels, okay, I'll stick with the second, see what happens in the hands of the racing gods, if you will. That gap with Jacob Jones and Brogan still hovering at 7 seconds. That can easily change, so we're going to, again, keep our eyes on that as well. But Evil Homer now diving up the inside of Tomo 2-2-2. There is a few penalties there to be played out, but that was a nice clean move from Evil Homer. Got up the inside of turn 1, parked it on the apex of turn 2, gave Tomo no chance to get back at him around the outside. So that's that battle. That's allowed BGR to close up. Jacob Jones 2 seconds further back as we've got red car passing Nico Lack there. Looked like Nico had a bit of a moment. He's dropping places as well. He's actually pitted. He was in the pits for a fresh set of soft tyres. So 5 laps left to go. Anything can happen still. Tomo on the back of Evil Homer.
Yeah, I'm just working out the Constructors' Championship connotations at the moment. So I'll be. I think we've got any Red Bulls in the top. In the top 10, I don't think we do.
Yeah, we've got Tomo making a move again at the last chicane. Makes that move nice and easy under the DRS.
So, I mean, at the moment in the Constructors' Championship, we would have Alfa Romeo on 181 points, and Victors. We'd then have Williams on 152 points. We'd have Merck on 141, and we would then have Ferrari taking 4th.
Sorry, we lost there. Tomo lost it into the chicane, went straight on. Don't know if he's actually retired or not. He's not. He's kept it going. Doesn't seem to be much damage, but he went straight.
Oh, he's
cut the club
left the session.
As he left the session, so he could have had a glitch.
And that promotes Jacob to 5th.
Yeah, that I think is going to make. Oh, this is back on you now. This is totally back on you.
So at the moment, championship standards in the Drivers' Championship, 143 points. Jacob will finish on if the race was to finish now. Dumbest Hornet would be on 133 points, which would mean that Jacob would win by 10 points.
Right. So he was actually building that gap to Brogan. I kept looking at it, and he was the soft tyres starting to fade a little bit now. He was a push to get them to 10 laps towards the end, but yeah, he's got them on for 5. They'll start to lose a bit of life. Dumas Hornet with them on in 7. That gap was closing. It's now getting bigger and bigger. He may have given in on that charge. So we've got Evil Home only 3 seconds behind. BGR, his charge has stunted a little bit. He's 1.9 behind, but Jacob, that gap has been very steady with BGR in that last stint.
So at the moment, there's a 2.5 second gap between Dumbest Hornet and Evil Homer. Dumbest Hornet's got 9 seconds of penalties. Evil Homer's got 3, which would then promote Evil Homer to second. That would reduce Dumbest Hornet to third, which would reduce his points haul to 16 from the current 19. So, yeah. If we don't have position changes, we've got time penalties to throw into the mix as well.
I'm glad you looked at that one. I'm so glad you looked at that, because I didn't even play that into consideration. Right on board with the red card. Sorry, mate, go on.
So I said it won't affect the Constructors' Championship. I think at the moment Alpha would still take it, but the Drivers' Championship it definitely will.
Yeah, we're right on board with red car. He's gone up 10 places so far in this race. So great run from him. He'll be pleased, really pleased to get points from the back of the grid. Was that qualifying ban not ideal on a circuit? You can pass that, you can follow that, but kind of a bit of a lonely race now. He's 8.7 behind Tomo. Now actually, with Tomo leaving the session, that car's going to go at AI pace. It's a lot slower, so you'll see that gap dropping. Whether you can do 4 seconds a lap in the next couple of laps, we will see. See if there's anything on board. Now we've got the glitch again with the timing screens.
Yeah, it's never helpful.
It's not.
When you get random ones appearing.
It's not, but we have got a major battle on now. Evil Homer's close right the gap for Dumas Hornet. He's a lot fresher tyres again. Those mediums lasting a lot longer. Dumas Hornet will be seeing the end of us. Saying that, Evil Homer gets a big slap of oversteer. He manages to control and get on his way, but that's allowed BGR to close right up. Both will get DRS. Already Dumas Hornet trying to break the toe down that main straight.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the race, Mark, that actually if you come out of that hairpin and you have good traction, even if the challengers behind have got DRS and yours, you can still stay in front through that good traction.
Yeah, you can, you're right. But this is Dumas Hornet. You'll see the championship going from him. He had one hand on it, needed a good result, needed Jacob to something to happen to Jacob. It did, but not enough, and Dumas Hornet is really struggling. You can see Evil Homer and BGR all over the back of it now. Brogan's left the session.
Yeah, I was going to say to you,
fantastic sixes. Now Evil Homer takes second place, had the DRS, takes second place from Dumas Hornet. Again, BGR all over the back. He's got so much more traction. Dumas Hornet gets another 3-second penalty. Brogan got a 5, second for no yellow flags. There's contact with BGR and Dumas Hornet now.
I was going to say to you, Brogan ended up with 9 seconds of penalties before he left the session, so Jacob was almost protected by that, but we're seeing there Dumas Hornet and BGR.
Yes, we're right on board with BGR. He's fighting tooth and nail with Dumas Hornet. Dumas Hornet, not the greatest exit, but they've all got DRS. As we're heading to the last lap of the race. And it's still heating up. The championship may have been done. I think BGR is going to go for it. He'll have the better traction out to give each other enough room. But again, Dumas Hornet's going to have the inside line. He's not giving it up. Runs straight on into that. And that's allowed BGR past and into third.
So as it stands on the final lap, just before we go, it will be the championship going to Jacob Jones on 143 points, and Dumbest Hornet would finish on 127, a gap of 16 points as it stands.
Yeah, it's had it all this race. We've had safety cars, we've had everything, different strategies as well, haven't we?
I was just thinking, actually, Dumbest Hornet's got 3 seconds more penalty than Jacob, so it'll drop him behind Jacob as well, so actually that spins it around again. But Jacob still is champion. and Guy just over the line now.
It is. There he is. He's got redemption from Tier 2. He didn't manage to win that one. I'm not going to say anything, because I did. But he wins this one. Wins this one as a Tier 3 reserve. Evil Homer's going to come across. Fantastic last lap battle for Evil Homer in second. BGR in third. And a fantastic effort from BGR. Finishes fourth. And there he is. Now he can celebrate. He tried it last week. We made a mistake. But Jacob Jones crossed the line in fifth. Takes fourth place and the Tier 3 championship.
Yeah, indeed he does. 145 points that he scored overall from this season, which is a superb haul of points. And Dumbest Hornet, a very good challenger in second. 125 points he'll finish on based upon current positions. But what an end to a season where the championship flowed, Mark, from during the race on at least 3 or 4 occasions.
Yeah, we didn't know where it was going to go at all. Brogan got a little bit loose across the line. Red Car Ramble finishing outside of the points. Unfortunately, he had a fantastic race. That was just unfortunate to pit at the last lap. His tyres were gone. But there we are. Guy takes the win. And now we've seen the champion, Jacob Jones, takes the Tier 3 championship. He'll be moving up next year into next season, I should say, into Tier 2. Well deserved.
And then the constructors, Mark, Alfa Romeo, by my calculations, 168 points as champion. Williams pipped Mercedes to second, 154 points. And Mercedes finished third on 145 points.
Fantastic. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely enthralling race. Another fantastic result. Tier 3 have served it up this season. They've been fantastic. So it's been brilliant. We look forward to next season, which starts in 2 weeks' time. We're going to follow the calendar, so we'll start in, I think we're starting Bahrain, don't we? It's not Australia. We do, indeed. So we look forward to that night race to start. And thank you very much for joining everybody throughout our season. We've enjoyed having you with us. We've enjoyed the comments. So look forward to seeing you. Congratulations again to Jacob Jones. Commiserations to Dumbest Hornet, first and second of the championship. We'll see them in Tier 2 next season. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Gav. It's been a pleasure.
Yep, you too, Mark. Thank you very much. And echo yours that well done to our champion, Jacob Jones. And well done to Alfa Romeo as Constructors Champions. And well done to everybody who's took part in all 3 tiers this season.
Yeah, very much so. So we look forward to seeing you next season from MRC. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Good night.
Good night.